Well, it's that time of month again. Yes, it's Tuesday. It can only be one thing. Yes, it's Arcfall, and this is Legacy, and some new hostiles. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, yes, it is Legacy. We've got Admiral Picard and we've got Beverly Crusher as officers coming this month. And what else we've got coming? Well, we've got a fair whack. And to be honest, from what I've heard so far, yes, and it's only 9:37 in the morning. Yes, so yeah, I've heard a lot already. It's going to be a lot of damage involved. But anyway, it looks like a lot of officer sourcing and officer improvements as well. So maybe this could be an arc that we could all enjoy. And, well, it also goes on how does Scopely actually launch it all. But we'll find that out later on. Don't forget to also use your client apps, so your client bases, and update your game as well. So, let's crack on with it. So, Legacy Part 1, the killer is very clearly disturbed. So, we're kicking off with the Fenris Rangers. Phoenix Dagon calls on her old acquaintance, old acquaintance to the commander to help track down a killer targeting Rangers, altering their bodies to look like different species and posing them in distributing yeah, okay, some French word. So who is this person, and what do they have against the Fenris Rangers? The way Dagon's peers have been dispatched feels like deeply personal to the perpetrator. However, Phoenix is a strict adherent to the code of the Rangers, duty bound to help the vulnerable, and before she can find the killer, she must interrupt her own hunt in order to assist those who cry out in need. When she goes back on the trail, Dagon will learn that sometimes the source of darkness is not as far away as you think. A living person would have a hard time hiding that degree of pain. So, looks like we're going to have the Fenris Rangers as a story arc, which is kind of nice, and it brings in Star Trek Picard, which is more in line with Star Trek Picard Season 3, currently running on Paramount Plus at the minute. And I've got to admit, I'm enjoying it. I'm actually enjoying it. I'm really waiting for the next one. Spoiler alert, yes, I can't wait to see if the Titan pulls out. Well, we pretty much know from the trailers, yes, the trailers that have been released, that the Titan does pull out of its predicament, and because they end up back at the dock to meet Geordi. And if you have watched the first 3 episodes, Geordi's not arrived yet. Neither's Law or Moriarty, so they're all to come in the series, and that's just based on the trailers that we've had so far. So not much of a spoiler action, with the exception of the ending of episode 3. The Titan ended up in a predicament, but please do not put what that predicament is in the bottom. For those who have not watched it yet, you'll have the opportunity to know the Titan's going to be in trouble. And let's just say, it's nice to see a role reversal. Yeah, it's nice to see a role reversal. I'll just put that out there as a hint of episode 3. But anyway, Star Trek Command Update 52 brings along with it with a new building called the Mess Hall, a new faction called the X-Borg faction. Yes, more new factions. A new feature refit, which looks to actually be quite bloody good. Yes, however, stop behind that pissing paywall again, but it's a new feature. That's what happens. So hopefully a free-to-play path will come eventually. New officers, new missions, and much more. So starting off with the new building then, Ops 15. It will unlock at And what this building will provide is a significant boost to the officer's stats, research speed, ship component, titanium cost efficiency. So yes, so instead of costing it like 58 million just for one lousy gun, it might knock it down to 57 million. So there's your efficiency, 1 million saving. But anyway, so this is your new building, and looking at that picture, I'm guessing that's going to be attached to the operations center. So yes, so I can't wait. Unlike other buildings, this does not require your ops level to upgrade and can be leveled up much further than any other buildings. So this can surpass level 60, which is the current top line at the minute. So we could potentially see probably our first level 100 building on a few of those whale bases. The mess hall introduces a new stat called crew level, which is required to upgrade it. The crew level is a sum total of all unlocked officers. So basically, the more officers you've got unlocked, the better. But they also need to be leveled up. So this is going to be your chance to spend officer XP on leveling officers up, and just so you can do this building. There is going to be a new key for this as well, a new component, which is going to be called a replicator ration, which is also going to be needed to upgrade it as well. Looks like we've got a click here to learn more about the mess hall. Acquire and level up more officers to increase the level and upgrade your mess hall. So there could be a level lock on this, you could say, as a parent, depending on your officers. Now, epics are going to give you more bonus points towards this, while common officers are not going to give you as much. So they'll scale in that kind of an order as it goes. So let's have a quick look at the article. So the mess hall. The mess hall is here to provide a place where our officers can relax and enjoy each other's company. This building will be available from Ops 15 and provide player with valuable buffs. To build it, you will need 100 mess hall keys distributed via a gift. So it's going to be free to unlock. So keep an eye on that one. It might happen when the game comes back up. It might happen at event change. So just watch out for it. Upgrading the mess hall requires two things: replicator rations and reaching the respective total crew level. So this is what I mean. Level up all those officers and get them as high as you can possibly go. I've got a few stood in the middle and waiting to be upgraded. Guess what? This month, officer XP is going to be spent to the word but. Don't just go and spend it. Don't just go and spend it. Save it. Check the calendar for specific events for it, because you know Scopely, they always introduce specific events for these things. So use some synergy, use some opportunity to get some extra resources and materials, because yes, we're going to be back to that in the events, I would presume. So thank the Lords. But anyway, the mess hall has 99 levels. So yes, and now we're potentially looking at the prospect of G6, G7, G8, G9, whatever. Yeah, so we are looking at that prospect. And the upgrades do not depend on your ops level. Now, the replicator rations can be claimed for free daily through the gifts tab. Additional ones can be found in the officers tab. The total crew level is a sum of all your officers. For example, if you have 100 officers and they are all level 10, your crew level is 1000. To increase your crew level, all you have to do is just keep upgrading your officers. Important note, fleet commanders will not be considered. So don't expect your fleet commanders to be part of this. The mess hall provides 3 powerful... I'm not sure if that music's a bit too loud, so I'll just turn it down a bit. I know I'm shouting. Buffs for officer stats, research speed, and titanium cost efficiencies for ship components, which will improve upon upgrading. So, that's it really. There's not an awful lot there, but it pretty much tells you what you need to know. Now, moving on. X-Borg faction. We're going to get a new faction, which is going to bring a new research tree, and it's also going to bring some new hostiles into it in the form of something called a freebooter. Now, from what I've heard, these are going to be bloody hard to kill. Yes, bloody hard to kill. Now, not because they've got a strong DPR, but because apparently they're going to have hull health ranging ranging in the extreme high levels. So we can only see what happens with this. And there is also going to be a you'll be able to unlock this faction after finishing the mission We Are People 2, which is basically a continuation from the Borg arc, about where Hugh was trying to free some Borg and using some methods. So this is where I'm thinking this is basically Hugh bringing some extra bonus. And believe it or not, Hugh may potentially have a massive impact this month in the form of dealing with these freebooters. Yes, so if you haven't got Hugh, sod's law, sorry, it sucks, I know, I'm one, I don't have him, I might struggle. But we can only see, and we'll find that out on the live stream tonight as well, if they're actually there, yeah, because we will be doing this mission as well, and then going through it as well. Available on the holodeck for Ops 38. So yes, you need to be Ops 38 and above. So obviously, when we do watch it on the live stream, if you are below 38, by all means, come along, watch this mission and watch where it goes, and we'll show you what's going on. I've got no issue with showing you, answering questions as best as I can, looking at what I'm seeing. So, and then the progress will be completing new dailies. Now, you will be able to do this on a free-to-play, but it is going to be a grind. No questions about it. So I'm currently working towards maxing out my research. This is going to give me a new research tree to work, as you can see, just appearing in the next paragraph. Which basically means, am I actually going to get to 43 in the next couple of months? Well, to be perfectly honest, I'm going to sod this. But from what I've heard, this research tree is going to be actually a very decent research tree. So, accumulating the vast knowledge when they were still members of the collective and now ready to share this knowledge freely with their allies, commanders that gain the favour will access a new faction store and a research tree, which will provide significant efficiency perks that increase returns and speed in other gameplay activities, including different faction and ship loops. So there's a lot that, so this tree is going to offer you an awful lot, and also some efficiency, from what I've heard, efficiency savings when it comes to a lot of stuff. Can't say exactly what. Oh, and here's an image, and there it is, right there, X-Borg. So can't wait to see this and how it's going to pan out. So, oh, for more information, click here. Guess what? We have another. Come on then, let's go have a look. X-Borg. Oh, updated 27 minutes ago. So the X-Borg are defined not by what they are, but what they are not. They are not Borg. They are not machines. They are simply people trying their hardest to reclaim a life that was taken from them. These refugees are reviled for their indelible link to a race that inspires deep and primal fear, while their tech is coveted by those seeking power and profit. The X-Borg are fighting for their right to exist in a galaxy that does not want them. So, the X-Borg faction is a positive only faction, so which basically means you can't go negative. So it's like the Rogue and the Augment stores and the Bajorans. You can only go, the only way is up, baby, because you're with them now. Okay, so that enough. Meaning it's impossible to lose reputation depending on your actions. To unlock the faction, all you have to do is be Ops level 38, complete the mission to receive your first points. Now, the faction will bring 2 daily goals, freebooter hunt and freebooter dominance, requiring you to kill 2 and 6 hostiles respectively. The freebooters will be hard to destroy, so commanders will have to get creative. X-Borg credits can be earned from both dailies, and the reputation will only be provided by the freeboot hunter. Yes. So, how are you going to do this one? Like I said, they are going to be hard. Yeah, they're going to be hard. They're going to be buggers to kill. But we'll try it on stream. We'll look at various crew formations and see if like PMC still works. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you got to go after it with a PvP crew. Who knows? But important notes then, upon unlocking the faction, you might need to wait until the event reset to see the freebooter dailies start. So basically, once we unlock it tonight, sadly, the dailies are not going to appear till the following day, but I will do a video on that. Any daily goal related research might not take effect immediately, depending on the time frame the research is completed. Same as above. So it might not actually kick in until the following day. Now, the export credits can be used to either unlock nodes in the export research tree or to be more efficient with specific daily grinding activities by purchasing faction store chests. Keep in mind that the export faction store chests are based on your specific ship tiers, depending on the daily grind activity. So, for example, Acting Venom is will be your Mantis tier. So they're going to be some aimed at specific, like you say, it's showing you Mantis there. So judging by this, then I'm going to guess maybe there's going to be one towards Swarm. There's going to be one aimed towards the Borg, maybe, possibly. But what I have heard is there is going to be one that's going to increase those biominerals from the Swarm. Yeah. So now bearing in mind, a lot of this information that I have heard is hearsay. Yes, it is hearsay. So please do not take it as gospel. Don't turn around and say Pegasus said this, Pegasus said that. No, Pegasus said he heard it. He heard it. So we have to, until it actually shows up in game, right? Whatever I say, you pretty much take it with a grain of stardust. Now, the Export Research Tree offers a wide variety of nodes that will improve overall experience by making existing activities more efficient. Some nodes will enhance material cost efficiency, mining rate, combat buffs, for example, piercing mitigation, hull health, shield health, reduction, PvP damage. So that's the end of that article. Seems like it's going to be a decent research tree. Now, is it going to be one that you're going to need to focus on? Well, to be perfectly honest, yes, you will need to look into completing it as best you can. But again, it's going to be one of those ones where it's going to be 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Is it worth rushing it through? No, probably not. But it's definitely going to benefit you. But it's aimed at Ops 38 and above. So this is looking more at the G4, G5 regions. Sorry, just got to wet the whistle there. Now, moving on, we've got the officers. Admiral Picard, an epic officer. Captain's Maneuver. Seize the time. At the beginning of each round, X% chance to apply morale for Y rounds. Now, the base is going to be a 90%. It's going to have a small percentage of 1 and a big percentage of 5. So you've got a chance of having a 100% chance to apply morale for X, so for Y many rounds. I have heard, again, on the grapevine, 3, but we'll see what happens when we get into game with this one. We'll check his officer out. Okay, so just another information telling me that servers are down. Hey! Now, Admiral Card is an exceptionally strong captain, and as such, the power of his manoeuvre is not dependent on synergy. Well, a base of 90% chance. That's better, to be perfectly honest with you, that is pretty much better than Kelvin Kirk or TOS Kirk. So, now, is it going to be a PvP or a PvP mechanic? I do not know. We'll have to wait to see. Or is it just going to be morale in general? From this, I'm reading general, but given the way things have been going lately with Scopely about aiming towards more the PvP side of things, I would be hesitant to say it's going to be PvP, but we'll wait and see. Now, is officer ability this far, no further? And for those of you who remember where this line is from, this is from Star Trek First Contact in the observation lounge with Lily when she tries to convince him to abandon the Enterprise and blow the damn thing up to kill the Borg. And Picard, because of his intense passion about making sure the Borg go no further, he won't let go of the Enterprise. He won't do what is necessarily needed until he smashes the display of Enterprises, makes a speech in which ends this far, no further, and I will make them pay for what they have done. And Lily calls him Ahab. So, yeah. But anyway, ability increases base weapon damage. Yeah, base. So remember, this is when you actually look in your ship display details in the upgrade section, you click on the weapons, you got that maximum and minimum. They're your base levels. So this is when on an explorer. So again, on an Enterprise, a Centurion, a Corinar, the Corvus, fighting other explorers. So is this a new could this be a new PvP mechanic? It's certainly looking that way. And they're obviously kicking out at 500%. So that's not particularly too bad. Now, it doesn't require any additional officer stats. So basically, you're going to take that base of 1,000 weapon damage, times it by 5, is going to make it 5,000. So that's going to be quite interesting, especially when it tops out at 3,000. So that's like 30,000 added on. So that could be quite significant when you actually look at all the figures. But again, it depends on your own weapon damage. Now, like I said, base is where you're looking your upgrade and at the weapons, and it gives you that max and min. They're your base damages. Anything else which adds up to your weapon damage is done by research, which is added on top of a certain percentage of your base. So remember that. So this is purely an energy weapon damage. So this is going to be a good boost. Now, next one up, Pick Beverly. Okay, Pick Beverly. Why not just call her Beverly? You know. So, now she's a rare. From what I've heard, there is a chance you can source her this month. However, it will be through the Elite Battle Pass and through the solo leaderboards, which they will be coming this month. Officer ability is critical condition. Basically, she's a doctor, isn't she still? So critical condition is pretty much what they say to patients in a critical condition after a major accident or whatever. When hit, increased crit damage by X% against hostiles. Yes, against hostiles. This is an officer ability. So this is a PvE mechanic. It's cumulative, so which basically means this is going to stack. Yes, so you think about it, right? You pair this officer up with Khan. In a PvE situation, you've got him boosting your chances of critical damage, and your chances of critical damage, and this Beverly increasing your actual critical damage. I mean, that still sounds loud. I do apologise if that music has been loud all the way through this video. I really do apologise. But anyway, so it starts at 3% and tops out at 8%. So that's a fairly big boost when you actually think about it. Especially when it says cumulative and it's stacking. Whoa, that's going to be a lot. Especially when you've got Khan really pocketing. And that's if you can go those more than 8 rounds. So this could be an officer that you could really be using against, say, like those freebooters, putting Beverly on the bridge, and then maybe Hugh below deck. There's an interesting combination. Like, I can't try that one out because I haven't got Hugh. Anyway, next one, below deck. Yes, she is a below deck ability. Now, this is actually a relatively nice one. Organ donor, basically increasing the amount of broken parts dropped by hostiles by X%. So basically, G4 and G5 players are going to benefit from this one because it is broken parts. Stick a below deck joint grinding and just go out and blow ships up and get a boost. Improve your refinery. So, yeah. Now, new refit and projectile. So we have a new feature refit and we also have a new weapon refit, which is called a Borg cannon. But we're going to look at the the feature refit first. As you see, it turns your feature green, and basically what it does, it increases raw latinum mining speed by 200,000%. Now, we all know that when the feature came out last February, it was absolutely crap at mining raw latinum. It got a minor upgrade. It still is absolutely crap when it comes to mining raw latinum. Now you've got the ability to do it. And it also Unlocks a new refinery bundle to convert raw latinum into ship parts. So another boost for you to gain ship parts for your ships. Now there is one for the Feature currently in circulation, but it's using concentrated latinum. No, it's not. It's using Feature parts actually. So now the Borg cannon, the projectile, increasing hull health by 30%. That's actually not too bad, to be perfectly honest with you. So, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, I'm guessing they're going to both be paywalled because they are new features. New research. Yes, we're going to introduce new 4 primes. Woohoo! We always love new primes, don't we? But these are aimed at 40 plus. So if you're below 40, don't worry about them. You can skip this part of the video. Unless you really, really, really want to know. So you've got 2 new primes for Ops 40 and 50 respectively. Increasing ship components, the cost efficiency of ship components. So basically, instead of spending 10,000 uncommon explore parts on my Valdor, I could knock it down by X%, say knock it down to 9,000. Well, hello. It's a saving, whatever. Prime weapon damage increases all weapon damage by 200% for all ships. Level 40 and above, combat tree. So they're nice enough to actually tell us where this one's going to be located. And then there's going to be prime ship repairs, which is basically a 200% base cost efficiency to repairing ships. So instead of it costing you 500 million to repair that Corvus, it's going to cost you 499 million. So, but yeah, I'm using hyperbole. Okay, let's notice the sarcasm there. But anyway, it's in your station tree, and again, it's 40 plus. New missions. 10 new missions to kick off Legacy. Join forces with Picard and crew as they fight for the greater good in the galaxy. Learn about the new faction in 5 new missions. Fight off freebooters and recover valuable technology. 10 side missions where you have to join forces with some of your favourite characters. Make it so! And then also you got your battle pass. You got some new avatars. Oh, look at that. You got a pooch. You got a pooch. Yes. Alpha 177 K9. Okay. I believe that's number 1, from what I've heard. I don't know where he comes into the story somewhere. I've never seen him. But you got Messol, Admiral Picard, Hugh, and the Mac launch avatar. Ooh, I wonder what that one is. And then 7 frames, you got a Chateau Picard wine crate frame. Yeah, Odo's bucket. Oh, that's an interesting frame. Odo's bucket. Commander chair. Nice. And the Mac launch. Hidden frequencies are also bringing in some new images. We've got Sarcastic Kirk. So, yeah, guess that's Sarcastic Kirk. Rare number 1, Alpha 117K9, and Odo's bucket. Or Odo in a bucket. I can't wait to see that one. Now, here's the interesting thing. What have they broken this month? Well, there's a mission where the combat training level 60 was incorrect, the rewards. So they sorted that one out. Okay, so part 8 on the 3rd objective has been changed on that nice, lovely mission that required us to mine 3 million tritanium. Yeah. Fix an issue where active 1 exocom consumable instead of activate any exocom. Okay. Fix an issue with Alliance reward chest would progress open PvE loot chest achievement. Okay. I'm not quite sure about that one, but hey-ho. Fix an issue where the gauge does not display in green when a category is completed. Okay. Oh, yeah. You're basically your button that says, yeah, you've done it. Fix an issue where the Fleet Commander credits tooltip appears as Get More in Command Refinery, Borg, Solar Armadas and Store, instead of Get More in Command Refinery, Borg, Tech Refinery and Store. Okay. Fix an issue where Solar Armadas where players were not receiving uncommon faction credits as Fleet Commander credit rewards. Didn't even know that was actually happening. But then again, I've stopped doing Solar Armadas for a while. Fix an issue where Fleet Commanders in the command level up rewards pop-up fails to appear after the relaunch of the client. Okay, that's a new one. That's an interesting one. Fix an issue. You know what? Right, you can read them. So, so by the looks of it, we've actually got a fair few, actually. A battle report, player's name is not being displayed properly if the player sets their name starting with a special character or open a weird bracket. Nice. Okay. Oh, another one for that lovely mission where locate button was missing on the 4th objective. Yes, there was that one. There was the locate button missing, and you sort of like had to go into your galaxy map and look for the pip. Now, if you got all your missions, oh, that's going to be kind of interesting to try and find that one pip. An issue where the new Gemini hostiles wouldn't count for generic hostile kills daily. Okay. Oh, here we go. That's that that dry dock H error. Yes, that dry dock H error. What do we do now where 5 KSG data pads required are not all registering? Oh, okay. I didn't realise the help request is missing. I guess that's happening to some people. The backbone, the Syndicate Dailies chat window will grayed out. Yeah, that back button was a bit of an issue. I do remember seeing that one. Armed for Science dialogue missions. You get everything you needed for 140 million dilithium, but the objective requires you to donate 140 million tritanium. Oh, so it should have been dilithium, not tritanium. I don't recall seeing that mission, so I'm wondering if I've got that to come. So that's going to be a nice heads up. The enemy within, where ship name and ship description appeared in the mission hostile Breen warship on the battle report. Okay. Okay, lights button gives us stuttering and unclear feedback. Okay. My lord, there's actually quite a few things, bug fixes this month in there. Fleet Commander Kirk's second star to the right above appears in above value appears as numbers instead of a percentage. Oh, right, okay, that's an interesting one. I didn't even realise that was a bug. Okay. So yeah, there is actually quite a lot. I mean, whoa, blooming hell. Ah, there we go. Right, so what improvements now? Are they going to actually have a massive list? No. The improvements are actually quite a lot. So made an improvement where the player's username in the game news instead of Commander. Oh! So instead of being generic and calling us all commanders, so now I'm going to get one saying an improvement where they're going to say, "Hi, Admiral Pegasus, CC. We got a little news for you." So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. Improvement where the autofill's default password for accounts does not require manual input on some builds. Huh? Oh, okay, I don't know about that one. Improvement to remove hull condition from Fleet Commander Locutus in a nanoprobes nano skill. Okay. Increase per round officer abilities of Borg Queen from 200% to 500, and Gosa from 120 to 300. Okay. And then some localized fixes as well. So that is that's the patch notes. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Are you actually going to be looking forward to this or not? Me, to be honest, yeah, I think I'd be looking forward to this. I can't wait to see what the event calendar brings up. So we'll have a look at that when it comes up. Hopefully that will be today, and we can get that video in as well tomorrow as well. But anyway, that's it for today. Live tonight, 9:45 UK time. Obviously, I will put a ping out in Discord after this video drops on YouTube, letting you know about the live stream, and it will contain your local time zone. So watch out for that. We will be live. It doesn't matter if you are below the needed levels for half this content. Come and join the fun. Let us show you what you can look forward to when you actually reach us. And for those of you who are in those levels, check out what you've got. Come and join the chat. Let's see what fun we can have with all this new stuff and these missions as well. I might actually do the mission before the stream, get it to that last point ready, but just to make it a little bit easier. But we'll wait and see what happens. So, this is Arcfall. I'm Admiral Pegasus. This is Star Trek Fleet Command. Have a great day, and I shall see you tonight. Oh, actually, enjoy your sleep, and I shall see you this afternoon, or this morning, or wherever you are on the live stream. Live long and prosper. Goodbye.